Yeah, we're learning new information tonight in yesterday's deadly shooting that killed a woman and wounded a Shreveport police officer. Shreveport Police Chief Alan Crump called a morning news conference to share the latest information about the standoff in Shreveport's Caddo Heights neighborhood. Police identified the alleged gunman as 36-year-old Jonathan Robinson. He's now charged with second-degree murder in the shooting death of Juanita Williams. Police also addressed a live stream clip on Facebook during that standoff.
The video that was on Facebook Live, yes, that was from inside the house, and it is our suspect that's in jail right now.
Police say Robinson will also face a charge of attempted murder of an officer after Officer Bobby and Trekin suffered a gunshot wound to his wrist. Coming up tonight at 6, our own Jeff Farrell reports on the advice given to victims of domestic violence and how to get help.
Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now this video right here is graphic in detail, so I understand if some of you all may not want to hear this, but it's really no different than any other video I've done. But I had to warn you all to let you know that it's kind of graphic in detail, where we have a 36-year-old man, Jonathan, what's his last name? Jonathan Robinson, 36 years old, look about 66 in the face. And this is what I tell you women all the time about these crazy guys that you all choose to be with. See, you know off top if you getting somebody crazy. And this woman, 27 years old, Miss Anita Williams, very beautiful woman, lost her life because she basically exposed this guy on Facebook Live to everybody who was listening, whoever was on her Facebook Live or her friends or whatnot, that she was basically still messing around with this guy, telling his girlfriend and everything. So Jonathan decides to go over her house like Big Daddy, Big Draws he is, and basically confront Miss Juanita Williams and ask her what was her problem, you know, and she need to get this shit straight, and basically have a whole hostage standoff situation. And this woman get on Facebook Live while this guy Jonathan tough face ass Robinson is shooting at the police. Then he ultimately, while she's talking and apologizing to people, I don't know if she was talking to her aunt on Facebook Live or some of her friends, but turns the gun on her, and you can see when he turns the gun, it's like a damn rifle. I don't know if it was a musket, I don't know if it was an elephant gun, whatever the hell kind of gun it was a big ass gun. And all you heard was, "No, Jonathan, no." Then you heard about 3-4 shots. Then he talking about game over, bitch, and all this other stuff. So he basically had the intent to kill her. But what's this recent trend about this Facebook Live, where people going on Facebook Live to post this stuff? You know, I don't understand. Why do people need an audience? And also, one thing I want to say, there's nothing gangster about this situation. It's a very sad situation because this woman, Juanita Williams, left behind 3 children. You have to make choices, good choices, if not for yourself, for your children. Now, what kind of future these children going to have? Anyway, like I said, this story comes out of Caddo Heights, Shreveport, and big shout out to everybody in Shreveport, over there at Cedar Grove, Stoner Hill, Queensboro, Moortown. You all know who you are, Allendale. Anyway, let's dive deep into this story. And you know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to give my opinion, surely, as we go. A woman who was streaming live on Facebook when she was shot Thursday morning has died, confirms her family members and Shreveport police. Hell, I knew she was dead. Hell, that big ass rifle, you see that damn shadow of that damn rifle, and that's very crazy right there. Now, the incident details of which are still being sorted out also left a Shreveport police officer with a gunshot wound to the wrist. The officer has not been identified. Now, as you can see, if you go, you have the video to the Facebook Live where it was actually showing the precursor to what happened when he came over there, basically confront her. And there was another guy in the house, and police still trying to find who that person is. Also, because the guy handed him the phone or a weapon or something like that. But anyway, for those who've seen the video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, it shows him going back and forth talking to this woman. At any given time, he could have let this woman live. He could have let her leave. He could have just called the whole thing off, and it wouldn't have escalated to a murder charge and a attempted murder on a police officer. Because one thing about it, especially in the state of Louisiana, you're not going to beat that charge. Number one, the murder, and also the attempted murder of a police officer. You Angola bound. You know what I'm saying? They finna railroad your ass, just like they should. Because if you crazy enough to drive over somebody's house, I don't give a damn if they expose you to your grandmother. I don't care if they expose you to your pastor. You don't have no right to go take nobody's life just because they expose you. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they was exposing you, telling a lie on you. You was having sex with this woman. So I guess in Jonathan little mind that he felt that it was warrant enough to go over here and put on a show. And that's what I tell you all. When you play a stupid game, you're always going to win a stupid prize. Let's continue this story. Now, the suspected shooter, Jonathan Robinson, 36 years old, like I said, looks 66 in the face, of the 1400 block of Arlington Avenue, is in police custody. He's been booked into the Shreveport City Jail on charges of second-degree murder and convicted felon in possession of a firearm, and also attempted murder on a police officer. Now, if you know you was a convicted felon and then you're going to be on Facebook Live with a gun, then you're going to kill somebody, then you're going to turn around, have a shootout with the police, but you didn't have a shootout all the way because later you surrendered. If you was really gangster, you would have went out there in a blaze of glory. You want to make everybody else famous. How about make yourself famous? And then we really would have had something to talk about. We're like, oh, well, okay. Well, he died for what he really believed in then, because he not only killed her, he went out there and had himself killed also. That's when if you want to be quote unquote gangster, which ain't nothing gangster about none of this. It's just a sad, pathetic situation. Let's continue. Now, shortly after he was booked, Robinson allegedly broke a pipe, flooding into his cell at the Shreveport City Jail. He became combative and police had to remove him from the cell. According to Corporal Marcus Hines, a Shreveport Police Department spokesman, Robinson was taken to the Caddo Correctional Center. The shooting was reported around 11 a.m. in the Caddo Heights neighborhood, specifically centered on a street of single-family homes on Natalie Street between St. Vincent Avenue and Magazine Streets. And for those of you in the surrounding areas, you know where that's at. Hell, I know where that's damn at. But anyway, now it's still unclear why Robinson allegedly started shooting. The victim, 27-year-old Juanita Williams, also called Nunu by friends and family, was on Facebook as a shadow of a man could be seen in the room and hollering obscenities, cussing her out and everything, all because she decided one day she's going to wake up and go on Facebook. That's why I tell you all about Facebook. Keep your ass off of Facebook with that drama. Keep your ass off of Facebook. But it don't matter if you was on Facebook with drama or not. Stop messing with these stupid ass people. And also get your own, man. You feel me? What the hell do you want somebody for who sleeping around with everybody else? What you want a sloppy seconds for? You know what I'm saying? Yes, that sloppy wood seconds. Who the hell want that mess right there? And see, all that leads up into the culmination of this person basically sitting there fearing for her life, knowing she dealing with this lunatic, but it's all fun and games though, because you thinking that this the thing to do. This is the trend. This is what everybody do. Go pick the toughest, roughest, ugliest person that they can find and think they got something. But really you ain't got shit, because look what happened in this situation right here. And not only that, look how the kids are going to suffer now, because mom decided to mess with a loser, then expose that loser to the world, and then that loser turn around and show her the kind of snake that he really was. Let's continue this story. Now, the man tells Williams to apologize. No explanation is given for the apology. Hey y'all, this is Nunu. This is Renita talking. I didn't have any business doing all that. My page been blocked. Everybody want to be famous. I'm going to make you famous, says the man in the background. Basically after she said what she said. And for those of you who already seen the live stream video, you know exactly what went down. Now, Williams could then be heard acknowledging people addressing her on the phone, including someone she refers to as Aunt Lola. And I bet you whoever was on the other end of that line, whether she have an aunt named Lola or not, when you heard them gunshots, if that was me talking to my niece on the phone, first thing I would have told her to do, just try to ease the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying? If you can get to a window, jump through the window. If you can get to the back door, run out the back door. If the police already out there, take a chance. Take a chance. Just don't let them shoot you down. You're not going to shoot Trey down. You're going to shoot me all in my ass, my back, because I'm going to die trying to get away. Let's continue this story. Now, she says, you think I'm worried about... No, he says, Jonathan, this is Jonathan tough-face ass talking. He says, you think I'm worried about the police right now? Asked the man. Evidently, you must was, because you hiding up in the house. Why don't you just go outside and just let loose like Denzel on Training Day? Anyway, again, the man talks about making people famous like he Billy the Kid. You know what I'm saying? You want to be famous? Remember Young Guns? Now, you want to be famous. I'm going to make you famous, the man says as he weaves back and forth over Williams, standing all behind him. You ain't finna stand behind me with no damn gun. I don't give a damn if I did something you think wrong or not. You might as well just go and shoot me in the back of my head, because all this standing behind me, my nerves too bad. I've been pissed and shit all on myself. Wouldn't be no good. Now, he says everybody want to be famous. Let's be famous today. And today was the day. Now, the man who also been on a separate telephone, then opens a door and fires 6 shots, 4 in rapid succession, followed by a pause between 2 more. So you just gonna shoot it out, knowing damn well them police gonna light that damn house up. And one thing I'm really glad about the whole story is the fact no children got hurt in this situation, because this woman had 3 kids, and it's a good thing those kids was not in the vicinity, because anytime you shoot at the police, especially the police in the damn South or on the West Coast, they gonna light the damn whole house up. It's gonna look like Christmas tree lights all around the house. It's gonna be so many sparks and bullets in them damn walls and every damn thing else. Now, Williams shouts, "Stop, Jonathan," as her phone falls to the floor face up and points to a vent on the ceiling. That's when you seen he had a whole damn rifle. He had a whole rifle, because when she said stop, the phones drop, and when your phone drop, it'll fall only 2 ways, face up, face down. Anyway, it happened to fall face up, and it shows a silhouette, a shadow on the ceiling of the guy holding basically a rifle. Not no damn 22, no 38 or nothing like that. No, nothing like that. A whole damn rifle. Probably was a musket, like I said earlier. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, now, Then a man in the shadow is seen pointing a long barrel gun. He fires 3 times in an outward direction. A 4th shot appears to be toward the flow. How could that happen? I don't understand that, says the Shreveport police. "Now, bitch, game over," says the man. That's what Jonathan said after he kills her. He said, "Now, bitch, game over," says the man. "Game over, bitch." He repeats before picking up the phone, said it a couple times, like he was playing Pac-Man or something. Now, police said the man inside of the house barricaded himself before surrendering. Now, you a gangster. You a gangster. You just run out there, you know what I'm saying? Or just shoot it all the way on out. Only way you come out that house if you're dead. You know what I'm saying? It was all right when you took her life. You feel me? But anyway, that's a different story. Now, after that is when the woman was rushed to University Health Hospital with life-threatening injuries. Family members left the shooting scene too and went to the hospital. They began leaving as word reached them that Williams had died, that the woman had died. "Nunu was my baby. She's so sweet. She loves her kids. She just came from Vegas, from New York with her oldest daughter. So she loved her kids and her kids." When they found out, that's the hardest part of the whole thing. It's going to be heartbreaking. How you going to explain that to these little children? That their mama basically chose a damn thug, even though she was a side chick. It don't matter. Who cares about the side chick status? But she basically chose the wrong person. And this wrong person, this killer, this damn fool took her life. Now, anyway, when the kids find out, says Sharon Brown, who identified herself to KTBS as aunt of the shooting victim, Williams leaves behind 3 children. Her accused killer was arrested on domestic violence charges during an eerily similar incident in 2015 that involved another woman. Now, this guy has a history of whooping women's asses. He has a history of putting his hands on women. So that shows you right there the kind of person that these people are. It's not nobody trying to cause hate or trying to cause dissension or make somebody feel some type of way. I can understand if you get mad, and you might say a few things, but when it comes to you putting your hand on somebody, that's when the lines get crossed. And when you also picking up a weapon, because one thing about it, you're not gonna, no grown person or even a young person, but we talking about people in a relationship, no person is gonna allow another grown person to beat on them if they in their right mind. Now, if you crazy or you scared, you know what I'm saying, either go to church or go to the police. There's no reason in this day and age for women to be letting these guys put them in these situations, whether you the main chick, side chick, who gives a damn? Life is more important than these titles. Let's continue. Now, Robinson ran his girlfriend at the time off the road, dragged her into a house, and started beating her. When police arrived, he confronted them, then went back inside the house, locked the door, and kept beating his girlfriend, according to the arrest report. So this guy was a damn fool. He was a damn what you call a live wire. Now, the police come. He drags the girl out the car into the house, beat her ass. The police come, goes out there, goes back in, lock the door, and beat her ass some damn more. They should have shot him in the ass right damn then. Give him something to think about. Anyway, sometimes, when you're dealing with people in society, some people are just like, remember the movie Old Yeller? Old Yeller was a good old dog. When Old Yeller got rabies, what they had to do, they had to put Old Yeller down because Old Yeller lost all reasoning. Evidently, this guy Ben lost all reasoning. Evidently, he must don't know how society works. It don't matter how big and bad you think you is. You ain't shit once you get lit up about 5 or 6, 7 times. I don't care if you're the biggest man in the world or whatever. You get hit about 5, 6, 7 times in your chest or your head with some bullets. You're going to sit your ass down somewhere. Let's continue. Now, officers jimmied the lock and tried to talk to Robinson into letting the woman go, but he hid behind the woman and threatened to shoot the police officer. Officer H. Fan said in his report. Fan noted in the report that 3 officers subdued Robinson and tased him 3 or 4 times because he fought while they cuffed him. Robinson pleaded guilty to 2 charges of domestic abuse and received a suspended sentence and probation in the case. He was arrested on a probation violation in 2017 and received a 2-month sentence. He also had faced attempted second-degree murder, armed robbery, assault, and drug charges. So this guy had a history of violence. Yeah, a history of violence. And it's amazing in Shreveport, Louisiana, that he was able to walk around with attempted second-degree murder, armed robbery, assault, and drug charges, and domestic violence charges. It's amazing, you know, that he was able to walk around like that. Now, if they would have got his ass off the street sooner, this wouldn't have never happened. But who's to say if this wouldn't have happened to somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Now, Shreveport Police Department spokesman Marcus Hines said investigators are also interviewing several officers who responded to the scene. At one point, there were over 41 police units and 7 EMS units on the scene. The Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office had deputies in the vicinity and sent them to assist the police department, said Sheriff Steve Prater. Police said none of the deputies were involved in gunfire. Now, police blocked off several streets in the area, including parts of St. Vincent Avenue. The Caddo Community Action Agency was on lockdown. Caddo Heights Elementary School was not on lockdown. That's a sad situation. So let me know what you all think about this video right here. And also, if you want to go look at the live stream, just type in Juanita Williams live stream video or Facebook shooting live stream Shreveport, and you will see it there, because there's no way you can put that video up on YouTube. If you do, you're a damn fool. They're gonna bring that shit down. Let me know what you all think. And this is why I tell you all, not try to sound like I know the most, not trying to sound like I'm better than any other man. This has nothing to do with that. This is each one teach one. If you could just reach somebody and save their life, maybe, you know, set off a light bulb in their head and let them know, look, this is not love. You don't need to do this. You messing with fire. You playing with fire, you're going to get burned. Some people have to be reminded. Some of us know all intentionally, you know, automatically how to move and navigate ourselves, but sometimes we have people that need to be reminded, as in this case, Miss Juanita need to be reminded, you need to leave this snake alone. But some of these people are attracted to these low lives. So this is what happens when you involve yourself with low life people. You're going to wind up this way. And a lot of people don't understand that, but those who have sense does. You know, if you don't value your life and you don't value being there for your children, why should anybody else? And to this woman, may she rest in peace. I'm sorry what happened to her. Very deeply hurt. And my condolences goes out to her and her family. And also, most of all, the most important ones, her children. Because those are going to be the ones who's going to suffer the most. Let me know what you all think about this video. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share the video with your friends, your nieces, whoever messing around with these low-life ass losers, these crazy ass people, and who think it's an honor or something to be a side chick. No, it's not, because it's all fun and games and lovey-dovey till that person turns on you. And believe me, they're going to turn on you. That's why you still the side chick, because they don't give a damn about you until it's time to lay up. Y'all stay blessed. And stay woke, stay vigilant. I'm out.